Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have arrived at 9:50 p.m. here live in St. Louis for the last game of the night for the Bandits broadcast. With me today is
Drew Cusimano.
A player earlier in the day, and we have for you today the Beaver Shots versus the Milkmen. Drew, how do you think this game is going to shape up today?
Two teams that A, are fighting for something.
Oh, yeah.
B, know how to play some fun, fast-paced beer league hockey.
And that's what the viewers came for, all 3.5 of them, to watch this level of hockey and this level of action.
There is nothing like a Saturday night Tier 3B hockey matchup with two teams that A, can make a pass but also miss a pass.
And that's what we've come to love, both about this tournament and beer league in general, is players that are willing to take risks and lose those risks more than they pay off.
No question.
Yes, yeah, it's like watching someone with a crippling gambling addiction slowly lose themselves to their worst selves.
And if I had a nickel for every time I've seen that happen, I would gamble it away myself.
Somebody's got to. Just like my grandpa used to tell me, you got to spend money to make money.
That's right.
You know, I don't think it meant exactly what he thought it meant, but in either way, I had to pay for my own college tuition.
Maybe a smart Roth IRA.
Probably.
Which, if somebody in the chat could tell me how to invest in, I'd love that.
I don't even know what a Roth IRA is. I thought that was some sort of Irish gang. Early today, the Beaver Shots and the Milkmen. I'm assuming the Milkmen are in white.
Yes, Milkmen currently wearing white here. The Beaver Shots wearing those green jerseys. Now, this is a bit of a hodgepodge from a couple of teams that we see here in our St. Louis leagues. A couple guys defected from a team known as the Beavers, hence the name the Beaver Shots. A couple more from just a couple various other teams around the St. Louis area. So a lot going on with the Beaver Shots.
A couple various shot-related teams.
Yes, you believe so.
Yes. Oh, a ripper of a shot from number 3 of the Beaver Shots. That's Mr. Brian Taylor. Top of the key. Miller with a wicked shot that bounces off of the net of the side of the goalie.
I'll tell you what, right now, top of your screens there, wearing the yellow gloves, number 44 for the Beaver Shots, Cole Rodriguez. Wicked shot, wicked skates. He's fast on the ice, but man, his flow needs some work. If you could have a sponsor, if anybody wanted to sponsor the Bandits Hockey Club, Bosley, we're calling you out. Yeah. Cole Rodriguez, great guy, friend of the stream, but man, he needs some help. Oh, my goodness, speaking of him. Wow!
Ooh. Head over feet, he fell for that goalie. And we're going to hope that he's okay. He's on one knee right now. I see him picking up 3 of his own teeth and putting them back into his mouth, which is the sportsmanlike conduct that you want to see.
You know, I think the penalties begin at 4 teeth missing. So
yes,
it's good that it's good for the Milkmen at least that only 3 were clocked out.
Only 3, you've got 1 to spare, and you want that type of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
I mean, fantastic effort there from Rodriguez. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I scored a goal head over heels. Never done that head over heels and scored.
Never head over heels, but that's going to pay off for the Beaver Shots early. Score goes up to 1-0. Beaver Shots are in the lead. It's the Milkmen now that have the challenge set forth before them. They're going to try to get a score here as quickly as they can to level the playing field and maybe turn some momentum in their favor. Where does the name Milkmen come from?
You know, this is actually a new team for us here in Cali Tourneys. This is a team that comes from a league that's more towards our metro area here in St. Louis. They play down in a part of town called Brentwood, have a great barn down there. We've never actually seen this team, so we've had a blast seeing the whole Milkmen squad this weekend. They bring really good competition to this kind of middle tier, middle of the road competition base. We're excited to have them, but I'm not too sure where Milkmen comes from. We've been actually talking about it as a team this whole weekend.
I really hope that they're sponsored by some sort of big milk distributor like Purity.
Maybe an Oberweis.
Ooh, an Oberweis would be nice. A Mayfield even. Ooh, can you imagine?
Maybe even as big as like Prairie Farms.
Now
we're shooting for the moon.
Now we're shooting for the moon over here. But the moon is what you got to shoot for.
It's true.
Because at least you'll end up among the stars, which, considering that space is a relative term, no matter where you are, you're in the stars. The moon is no further or closer from any star than we are currently.
And, I mean, you can't look further than the cow jumped over the moon.
Cow did jump over the moon.
And where do you get milk?
Little Boy Blue. A man and a spoon?
When I'm coming home, I don't know when. But we'll get together.
We'll get together then. Face-off goes the way of the Milkmen. Big shot, high, wide, and left of the Beaver Shots goal. Got some fingertips on that by number 30 of the Beaver Shots. That's Jack Gathard. 2 goalies here for the Beaver Shots. That's going to be Scott Caven. Big Scotty McScotterson's Caven. I have no clue who the goalie is for the Milkmen because it's not on my roster.
And you know, they always say, if you can't find a name for somebody, they weren't given one
together.
at birth.
Make it up. Exactly. I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it again. I think the goalie for the Milkmen, he looks like a James Jefferson's.
And he kind of looked at us as soon as you said that, too.
I think a James Jefferson's is close. He looks like somebody with 2 first names, maybe a Ricky Bobby.
Ooh. But you know what they say, you can't trust somebody with 2 first names.
Can't, and I don't want to play with a goalie that I can trust. You know, almost a savage backhand from the Milkmen. Number 17, that's Kyle Adams. Kyle Adams, almost a savage backhand. Not sure if you listened to the broadcast earlier, but I was telling Guy Schaefer, one of the other co-hosts here, the term or the word of the day is almost. Almost made a good play. Almost made that pass. Almost made a goal.
Tell you what, if you're a team and you come out and you enjoy a Cali Tourneys tournament, you'll see a whole lot of almosts.
A whole lot of almosts. That's why we tune in here. 14, dipsy doodling, dangling. Making a pass, goes just wide and behind the net. That puck's going to sail all the way to the defensive end for the Milkmen. Immediately shot out, probably an icing call there. Man, it's like I can predict the future, the crystal ball of watching enough beer league. You can sense an icing before it happens.
You know, if they would have changed the rule a while ago, I would have argued with you. But the fact that it's been the same for the whole weekend long, it's a great bet to take.
Great.
I will say number 6 for the Beaver Shots, Gathard. I don't like to stir the pot at all here, my friend, but a little bit of a chippy player. You like to see a little bit of action from some of these beer league players, and Gathard number 6 wearing, wow!
Milkmen coming in hot. Shots left and right, if you can call them shots. You know, there's a lot of muffins out there. But at the end of the day, when you're making a bakery, somebody's going to eat breakfast.
It's very true.
That's a saying that no one has ever said and I just made up, but I smell some icing coming.
You ever think about that concept of saying something for the first time? You know, no one in the universe has ever said something in that specific order before.
Well, I don't believe in magic, so I don't think that's possible. I think everything that has been said has already been said. There's nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
And I think history repeats itself. Big clearing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nothing gets my blood boiling. Nothing gets my heart rate up or my adrenaline pumping like 3 consecutive back-to-back icing calls.
This is beer league hockey at its epitome, the epitome.
You don't get any higher on the mountain of beer league than this right here.
This is where people that don't know hockey start comparing the sport to basketball.
Yes.
They say, all they do is run the puck up and down the ice. It depends on the teams that you're watching. When we ice it back and forth, it means 2 things. 1, we're scared, and B, we don't know how to play hockey, so we're just going to throw it down to the other end of the ice.
And I am, that reaction is very near and dear to my heart. The second that I get scared, I start throwing stuff.
Just got to throw it.
You know what I mean? Whatever's around me, I'll chuck it in any random direction. I've hit people. I have a court order that I have to get to tomorrow, which what court is open on a Sunday, who knows? But I have it, and they've made it very clear to me that it is dangerous if I miss this court appointment. Beaver Shots, chipping it in and hoping for the best. They're really taking the thoughts and prayers, shots in the dark, cast the net wide approach of just kind of slinging that puck as close and as often as they can towards the net of the Milkmen.
Which we've seen it.
Pass receive.
We've seen it so much in this tournament so far. Sometimes slinging it towards the net is your best option you got. You hope it goes somewhere.
As it turns out, it is sometimes the best thing you can do is just hope and pray.
Tape-to-tape pass, never heard of her. Throw it to the net blindly, my
Now
best
we're
friend.
talking.
My
Now
best
we're
friend.
talking. The other thing that we talk about quite a bit in this skill level of player is heads up. You know, look at these players. If you watch their eyes, if you watch their helmets, you can see where they're looking. And almost always, except for that time, they are looking directly at the puck.
Ooh.
Not where it's going, just at the puck. And that's how you make a pass to a little town I like to call Nowheresville.
Been a frequent visitor.
Ooh, frequent visitor to Nowheresville. Here come the Milkmen, charging up ahead of steam. This locomotive can only go one way, and that's straight behind the goalie with absolutely no angle to score, which is the targeted goal of the Milkmen at this point.
And believe it or not, I mean, we're running these almost longer periods than what some of these teams are used to in a lot of the local tournaments. Only just about halfway through this first period. A lot of hockey to play here. Milkmen going to have to find a stride here, and Beaver Shots just keep these offensive rushes coming.
Beaver Shots really connecting and playing as a team. Milkmen really milking each play for all that they're worth, and also being men. Ooh. Bit of contact there between number 6 and number 3.
A little how do you do rub on the head.
A little contact never hurt anybody except for the people that it's hurt.
That's right.
Yep. Number 6 with an opportunity. Ooh. Barely missed the goal by about 8 feet. Ooh, and a man goes tumbling down in a green jersey. That's a Beaver shot.
It's a very rare play, the reverse check.
Yes,
Going for a hit and you end up falling down yourself.
Ooh, good shot by number 4 of the Beaver Shots. That's Andrew. He bang away at it now right in front of the Milkmen's goal. Puck is sent all the way down the ice, and everybody's favorite call, it's icing. Now, for the folks at home, remember, if there's 37 consecutive icing calls by the ref, everybody gets a free Frosty from Wendy's.
Man, do I love a Frosty from Wendy's.
My goodness gracious. It's one of the best things ever. You ever dip your fries in a Friendly's Wusky?
You know, it was a new discovery for me not more than like 2 years ago.
It's pretty good.
And somebody said it, what a little salty, a little sweet.
A little salty,
Makes for the perfect treat.
Speaking of salty, speaking of sweet, that puck just hit the ref in the shins. I don't think he's wearing any protection, so that's going to be a medical bill into this tournament. We hear point being shouted by the Beaver Shots. Unable to make it happen, but they scramble their way in. Number 30. And here come the Milkmen. Milkmen barreling down the ice, building up ahead of steam, trying to make some sort of connection. A cheeky pass. Oh, that could have been dangerous if only he was a little slower and had a little better wherewithal of where he was on the ice. 61 with a shot. Blocked by the intrepid, what did we call him? James Jefferson.
That's right. Sounds like a rejected founding father. We have a Thomas Jefferson, we have a John Adams, but how about John Jefferson?
He's one of those founding fathers that we don't talk about.
He's a founding stepfather.
A founding stepfather we don't talk about for good reason.
That's right.
Let's just forget he ever existed. Speaking of people that we wish never existed, my ex called me the other day. Let me know that my alimony is due. And also, man falls to the ice. Milkman down. Ref's hand goes up. That's going to be a call. What call? We don't know. A lot of points, a lot of pointing fingers from the refs. I think he's saying, I didn't blow my whistle, you did. No, I didn't blow my whistle, you did. Oh, he's checking his time, making sure that all their wrists are the proper strength. No, sorry, that's holding.
Oh.
Holding.
I was just told what that was the other day as well.
Holding.
I will say, one thing that I really appreciate, we have a fantastic regime of referees here with Cali Tourneys, some of the best in the St. Louis area. I was actually told something, if you were tuning in a couple games ago watching the Quackheads versus the Vipers, the referee told us something that I have never heard in a game in all of my years of playing hockey.
All right.
Call was made, we weren't the biggest fans of that call, and we were told we will call what we call it. And I said, I guess that's true. I guess you can't lie about that. You will call it what you call it.
Technically, yes, that is true.
It's the definition of making a call there.
Yeah.
What it is, we don't know, and you won't tell us what it is, but we're glad you made the call.
It's like the whose line is it anyways? The points don't matter, and there are no rules.
That's right.
No, I have seen these officials here, and they are second to none. They're absolutely great, very fair, very middle of the road. And what's more impressive than anything else is that they're all legally blind.
And you would actually not believe how easy it was.
Oh! 96 with a connective pass from the Milkmen. That's Sam Kohler. Sam with a beautiful shot right down the middle. And as we've seen so far, instead of finding an empty hole in the net, they just shoot it right at the goalie. 2-on-1 play for the Milkmen here. Let's see what they can produce. Ooh, puck goes right in front of the net. Almost scooped up. A big defensive play, slap shot. No one knows where that puck ended up. Can the Milkmen keep it in? They can. It's still in that offensive zone. Oh, a dangerous play by the Beaver Shots, but they do get it out of there. Breathe a little bit of relief.
That whole play there starts with number 14 for the Milkmen, Nick Schwant. Tell you what, that guy, another great example. Great feet, great hands. Also great guy off the ice.
Let me tell you, he gets a manicure and a pedicure just about as often as he can, and those hands and feet are second to none.
There's no question. I think he got gel tips last time he went in.
And that's what you want when you're out there on the ice. You want gel tips.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go with that Galaxy that, you want to... Oh! Stolen by number 6. They're going to call, I believe, offsides here.
It's a really strong shot there after the whistle as well.
Hooking? Penalty. Second penalty by the Beaver Shots.
This could be a big 8 seconds here.
This could be a very big 8 seconds. 8 seconds for 29, 2 minutes for 6.
Which, again, if I could have a nickel for every time I've heard that this could be a big 8 seconds.
Very true.
I'd put it all on black.
Every 8 seconds matter is what I've always said. Can the Milkmen do anything with this precious, precious time? Here, a double power play. That power play is over. We're back to regular power play. Wasn't really helping the Milkmen before. We'll see if it is. The only good thing that the audience has to look forward to is you can't call icing right now. Good pass up, a chip up. Doesn't have the wheels on him to get there, but 88 follows his own pass. Old chip to himself. Call that the skip to Malou. Ooh, goes down, a little bit of contact. Everybody's fine. Kicks it back out to 6. 6 skates to the middle. Shot, deflected. Right into the left-hand glove of Mr. Scott Caven.
Yeah, just like a Saturday morning, maybe at 5 or so in the morning, no traffic in front of the net there. So really got to find some guys in front of the net if they want to find that slap shot to the back of the twine.
Milkmen definitely playing more defensively than maybe they probably should. If I were their coach, and I don't know if you guys have coaches, but if I was, I'd go ahead and pull the goalie.
No question.
I'd pull the goalie pretty much instantly. The second
there are a few squads. Whoa! Wow!
Oh, wow! James Jefferson between the pipes for the Milkmen, absolutely showing what it looks like to have cat-like reflexes as he paws and flails his way into a blocked shot.
Ooh, could be a crucial turnover here. Ooh!
Wow. That's what you call snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Here comes 6. Couple dangles. Kicks it back out. Unintentionally gives it to his teammate. Wide shot stopped by the ref's foot. It's going to go past that. They're going to call that's not icing. As time dwindles down, 35 seconds left to go in the first period, 28 seconds left to go in the power play. That power play is going to extend. Number 6 kicks it up to an unaware 18. He spins around and says, "Don't pass it to me."
Those are my favorite plays when you don't know that the puck is coming your way. I just don't know what to do with it, so why throw it my way to begin with?
I think, wow! That is an exclamation point from the Beaver Shots as the first period winds down with 14.4 seconds left. That's got to be painful if you're a milkman, if you're a dairy enjoyer, if you're a lactose tolerant. It's got to hurt a little bit.
And, I was talking with a couple of the Beaver Shots players before this game starts. Actually, a couple of them chronically lactose intolerant. One of them being Cole Rodriguez with that goal there. almost as greasy of a goal as the hair on his head there. So some good stuff from the Beaver Shots. Nice 2-0 lead for him.
Ooh, shot to Nowheresville. And that's going to bring an end to the first period. Both players are going to skate to their respective corners. And it is time for the wonderful sponsors that made this entire tournament possible. Big shout out to DeClue Lawn and Landscape LLC. They're an official sponsor and one of the people that made, or one of the companies that made the Hotter Than Hell Summer Bash possible. DeClue Lawn and Landscape is your residential and commercial landscape expert, providing hardscapes, landscapes, fertilizer, drainage, and commercial snow removal. Visit them at their website, DeClueLawnLandscape.com, or contact them directly at 636-448-1026. The other sponsor is Twisted Kraut for all your crafting needs, from shirts and hoodies all the way to beer koozies. Be sure to go through Twisted Kraut for all your custom needs. Contact them today at 314-229-0038. Twisted Kraut, the official merchandise store of Cali Tourneys. And big thanks to Hockey Beast for all your beer league jerseys and team swag. Hockey Beast is there through every step of the way. Visit hockeybeast.net or stop by the rink at Hotter Than Hell for more information.
You know, so many fantastic sponsors here for our Hotter Than Hell tournaments. We love every single sponsor that comes through, supports the Cali Tourney goal and true vision of putting on fantastic tournaments here. We cannot forget one of our favorite sponsors here at Cali Tourneys, Tyler Vargas, mortgage broker with Nexa Mortgage. If you're tired of mortgage stress, you're feeling like you're always on the clock, it's time for Vargas Mortgage Brokers. If you're on the mortgage power play, there's nowhere else to look. There's no power play, no penalties, no overtime. You got to get with the winning mortgage strategy today. Vargas Mortgage Broker with Nexa Mortgage. Ask for NMLS number 265-8585. Tyler Vargas, fantastic rep for all your mortgage needs.
And that's going to bring us back into the action to start the second period. Beaver Shots are up 2-0. Milkmen trail behind, nothing on the boards as of yet. But much like my prospects for high school prom, it's not looking good. Milkmen chip the puck up, received by the defenseman for the Beaver Shots. Looks like number 4. It's Andrew again. And the real clear distinction between these two teams as of yet is the Beaver Shots seem to be landing good, crisp passes to their teammates. Oh, but here's an opportunity. Wow. Oh, shot out by Andrew for the Beaver Shots. Great defensive play, great poke check.
And you absolutely nailed the nail right on the head, as they say. A lot of puck possession for the Beaver Shots here, and not a lot of turnovers. That's the key in these mid-level games. You get some guys that can absolutely walk the puck, some that can't touch a piece of rubber with that big piece of composite that they're holding called a stick. But then you got some that can absolutely carry. And that's the key to those good passes right there. Great opportunity from the Beaver Shots.
You got to connect the passes. It's like playing Connect 4. You know? Your first pass matters. Your second pass matters. Wow. Wow. That was a dangerous play. Hooked all the way around the goalie. Goalie was not in a proper position, and that puck just skated past. And if the Milkmen were watching, they probably would have waited one more shift. But they chose to get out right as the puck skated right in front of them, refusing an opportunity to go on a 1v1 with the goalie.
Here comes Rodriguez now. Nice drop pass.
Skating around. Milkmen now trying to produce something. That's Cox, number 89. Skates around looking for a fellow player. Not too many trailing, just a little bit too slow on that. He's going to have all the time in the world.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ref's whistle. He points at one of the players and says, you know what you did? You've got to start putting on deodorant before every match. You're stinky.
You know, constant misconception that we see from a lot of the players in these tournaments. They think that the big netting that surrounds the rink here, they think that that also counts as a goal. We constantly have to remind them we're aiming for the one with the big red pipes.
Yeah, it's a very easy thing to mix up. When you have terms like put it in the back of the net.
I mean, there's net all over the place.
Net all over the place. Which net are you talking about?
It's all about how Pacific you are when you're talking to somebody.
Pacific. Puck is chipped up around the left-hand side of the ice, scooped up by number 61 for the Beaver Shots. Hooked away by the Milkmen's defensive team, but unable to get it outside of their defensive zone. They are going to do that now. If the ref was a fellow team member of the Milkmen, that would have been a beautiful play, but unfortunately they must stay impartial.
Yeah, many a times I've tried slipping a 20, maybe on a good day, a 20 and maybe a 5 to some of these referees here. Believe it or not, they'll pocket it. Game called right down the middle. There's no wavering these Cali Tourney officials.
It's tough. You almost have to offer them something very special, like a used car battery or maybe some empty AA batteries. I don't know what it is about refs, but they love batteries. Dangerous play there for the Beaver Shots as we come to just over 10 minutes left in the second period. We're going to see a big line change for both teams here as we get some fresh legs out there. Milkmen really trying to hold on to that front line as much as they can to keep their best line up there. Don't know how much dividends that's actually going to pay, but we'll see. I've seen a lot of teams start out real strong this tournament and then gas themselves out.
No question.
And really lose whatever progress they've made. But right now, the Beaver Shots are holding fast, like the Berlin Wall. And who knows what time period we're in. It could be close to the 80s. And Gorbachev could be getting ready to tear down that wall.
You know, you never really know where you sit on that timeline until the moment comes, and I think both teams are fighting really. Is someone going to be flying in a helicopter right over you?
Right over you, and here we go again for the Beaver Shots. Oh! But it stopped! James Jefferson proving to be a Berlin Wall of his own, stopping any further progress between East and West Germany. And that is what you love to see. You love to see a goalie that has the wherewithal to stay low and high at the same time.
No question. I think one of the greatest moments you can have as a beer league goalie, having never put on a set of pillows myself, is the exhilaration that one of these psychopathic men have to feel when you just make an electric save.
It's beautiful. Almost as good as a goal. Almost. Comes ricochets right off the shin pad of Mr. Scott Cavan. Beaver Shots mounting a formidable defense. Milkmen struggling to connect passes, hitting the puck, flailing it wildly, trying to get it in front of the net, try and produce something. Oh, but they are going to keep it in here. Big slap shot, hits off the glass as both teams scramble to maintain possession of the puck. We're going to see a little bit of roughage here. Pokes out, and it's 29 for the Beaver Shots. Picks up that puck. Comes back, trying to be chippy. A little bit of sticks in the way, and here comes number 17 for the Milkmen. Number 17, that's Kyle Adams. We know Kyle Adams. We like Adams. Oh.
I could go for a Samuel Adams right now. Might be my favorite kind of Adams.
Kyle Adams is actually kin to Samuel Adams.
You don't say.
Yeah, I do say. He was one of the first people to create a hard cider before it was all soft cider.
Wow.
And another historical fact, soft cider is actually 100% malt liquor.
I have to go talk to my lawyer after receiving this information. I have to go talk to my stockbroker.
Despite what you'd say, or what you'd think, soft actually means it has more alcohol.
I thought hard meant it was like a ball of Play-Doh.
Yes, yeah, hard only correlates to the density of the liquid. Yeah, oh, dangerous play. Defensive end for the Milkmen, just letting that puck slide right by. Luckily for them, no Beaver Shots in sight in front of the net. They're going to skate all the way around, get that pocket picked. They're going to keep it in here, and here comes 86 Cox. He's going to have another go at it. Behind the back shot, low, slow, bounced off the shinnies of Mr. Scott Cavan.
Tell you what there, Cameron Cox, the lead man on that rush. Ironically enough, also my band's nickname in high school, Cameron Cox there. Just a fantastic opportunity to bring that puck in, drive towards the net. Not able to capitalize on it altogether here, but that's the key for the Milkmen. If they want to start clawing back in this game, you got to fire biscuits to the net, got to find an opportunity to bury one.
Got to find a way to bury one. Much like a mobster in the 70s, you got all these dead bodies, you got to find a place to bury them.
There's only so many plots, only so much land.
So much land, and they have not made that saying, no body, no crime, for no reason. Number 89 again, front and center, swallowed by Beaver shots. Unable to produce too much out of that play. Beaver shots have received the puck. Do a chip up, and it's number 6 again for the Milkmen. I believe number 6 is Jerry.
Never met a Jerry I didn't like.
Never met a Jerry, never met a John, never met a Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And I didn't say, hey, that's my name too.
So many people going out and shouting also. When was the last time you heard someone go out and shout?
It's been too long. COVID ruined that for us, unfortunately.
It's true.
No shouting outside. That's frowned upon now. 6 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. All the points scored have been in the first period. A lackluster period for both teams thus far. 6 minutes left to go. No break. Oh, big trip. Ladies and gentlemen, 80 for the Beaver shots. That guy knows how to play a little ice hockey. That guy goes by the name of not on the list, and I don't know.
Which, believe it or not, if you didn't know, many government-issued names by the same title.
No way.
A lot of John Does out there.
John Doe, number 80 for the Beaver shots, hammers one home, pushing them to a 3-0 lead against the Milkmen. The Milkmen have the gumption, the gall,
the audacity, maybe.
The audacity to come back and fight through this, what can only be described right now as a slobber knocker. Oh, up behind the back, dangerous play. Oh no, Whiskey Chaser, or Beaver shot goes down, pushed by an invisible ghost. I'm not sure if he has bad karma or what, but that looked like the universe said, you need to sit down.
And we've actually strategically placed a couple of secret snipers with Nerf guns just around the rink.
That makes sense.
Absolutely clock them in the back of the head, makes them fall down a little bit. We want to add a little bit of spontaneity into some of these tournament games.
Spontaneity is a hard word to spell. James Jeffries snatches up that puck, causes a face-off on the Milkman side of the ice. Goes in favor of the Milkmen after that face-off. Dangerous pass in front between two enemy players. Scooped up by Rodriguez. Middle of the ice. Long shot goal there. Shoves it in, and it is quickly stopped by James Jefferson. And we've got a breakaway. 2-on-2 to Milkmen. Little wide. Maybe 20 feet, which in this league we call very accurate. That's going to be of no real consequence. Oh, man. Only there is a Milkman there to receive that.
Right when you need a Milkman, it seems like there's never one right where you need them. Oh, wow!
How did he hold on to that? Unfortunately. Looks like the goalie pushed that goal just slightly off of its moorings. The ref says, hey, that's not something that you can do. You got to put that back just like this. Scary to think that at one point those pipes were embedded into the ice and had absolutely no movement on them at all.
I mean, once you reach so many injuries with goalies, I mean, so many knees, so many legs, somebody had to say, maybe we shouldn't construct this entire building around two pipes that are already in the ground.
Maybe that's not a good idea. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Beaver shots remain as dangerous as they ever have been. Beaver shots sending a puck towards their own friendly bench.
A little friendly fire there.
A little friendly fire. One of those beautiful Beaver shot players steps out of their little hidey hole and grabs that puck, handing it to the ref so that we could do a face-off at center ice.
Again, this game holds a lot of implications here for the inner workings of tomorrow's games. Third seed up for grabs here between the Milkmen and the Beaver shots. Both of these teams want to fight hard because we know the grand prize of this Hotter Than Hell tournament with Cali Tourneys.
A meeting with the devil.
That's right. And you wouldn't believe how hard it was to get that appointment.
I'm telling you, I shudder at the thought. Now, what is the grand prize here at the end of this tournament?
We have so much pride on the line. So much admiration
Pride.
from the wives, the girlfriends, the families, the children. The children.
The in-laws, the outlaws.
The outlaws.
Soon-to-be outlaws. The soon-to-be in-laws.
There's a lot on the line here. We have trophies that are slightly larger than your average size trophy, which some could say is prize enough. And everybody got a free case of beer, so that's a nice consolation.
Free beer is what we're playing for, folks. You heard it. Honor, glory, adoration, maybe a bump up in your love life, maybe a Tinder premium account. Who knows? But the prize above all prizes has got to be that sweet free case of beer.
I know for a lot of these guys, a Tinder premium account, almost priceless.
Can't put a price on beer. Well, I mean, I guess you can since you do buy it, but emotionally, you can't put a price on beer. Skating around to the defensive side of the ice is the Beaver Shots. Beaver Shots have really settled into a very easy, cool, calm, collected state right here. They're up 3-0. They have everything to win and nothing to lose by playing the way they're playing.
Yeah, as a frequent opponent of a lot of these guys on the Beaver Shots, this is their MO. It is a strike-first mentality, sit back, and let the other team do the work now. Let them tire themselves out. If you can get in the driver's seat, you can stay in total control of this game, just like my car, completely uninsured. You don't need extra goals here. You got 3 of them already.
And if Wesley Snipes has taught me anything over the course of his career, it's like you don't have to pay taxes.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't have to.
Not a lick of them.
No. What's it called? I'm a bit of a sovereign citizen. Wide open.
Oh! Wow.
Wow. I don't think that they're going to count that, but I do think that that went in. Must have ricocheted off 2 pipes.
My goodness.
Came back out. They're not going to count it. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Shot on goal by the Milkmen, taking advantage of this confusion. Passes it right between the defensive men of the Beaver Shots, but there is no Milkmen on the other side. No milk deliveries so far. But these lactose-tolerant men are hungry for some milk, and they've got their cookies fresh out of the oven. I can smell it. There's going to be a Milkman goal here soon. And this might just be the guy to do it. Number 6.
Wow.
He's quickly poke-checked away by number 3.
You know, we see some of these players skating by each other, a little shoulder to shoulder. What do you think the conversations are when these 2 players skate by one another?
I think it's mostly a debate, and I think the debate is probably discussing Feuerbach's idea of a transcendent humanist perspective versus a Hegel's more monotheistic philosophical perspective.
Some quick chatter.
There's probably some Descartes conversation in there, and definitely some Nietzsche discussion. By which I mean it's probably just angry slurs at each other.
Yeah, a lot of anger in these beer league tournaments.
Yeah.
But the funniest part is, I think one of the greatest arts of beer league hockey, and we've all experienced it in some level if you've played in one of these tournaments. The animosity, the frustration, the anger, everything that builds up over these 45 minutes that you're really playing with these guys. Somehow it all dissolves as soon as you step off the ice and you got a cold Busch Light in your hand.
Very
it all
true.
melts away.
Amazing how some beverages have that ability.
Or if you're here in St. Louis, maybe a cold Bud Select.
Ooh, Bud Select. 44 seconds left to go. Milkmen scramble to get it out of their defensive zone.
Ooh.
Nice passes. No green jerseys there, though. Scooped up by number 6. We know what this kid can do. That's Jeffrey Jelling. He's going to skate down by himself. Beautiful pass. It connects.
Wow.
And an excellent shot. That's the type of plays that we should have seen much earlier from the Milkmen, perhaps in the first period. But I'm happy that we're seeing it as the second period comes to a close. Maybe it will mean that they're getting themselves together, mounting an offense, and they'll come back strong in the third period. 9 seconds left to go. Dipsy's Doodles, backhand shot,
Wow!
Scooped up by Scott Cavan. 4 seconds left to go. I've seen goals scored with less time, That's why I haven't. But
I've definitely seen
really cool.
some goals scored with more time as well.
Yes, I've definitely seen goals scored with more. But I'm sure it's happened somewhere at some point in this.
At some point, maybe.
Slap shot almost goes in.
Wow!
Fiddles around with it as the bells come to signify that is once again end of the second period. Last game of the stream for today. We will be back piping hot early tomorrow with more hockey content. And until then, we're going to do one more ad read for tonight. Thankful to these sponsors. Thank you to Hockey Beast for all your beer league jerseys and team swag. Hockey Beast is there through every step of the way. Visit hockeybeast.net or stop by the rink at Hotter Than Hell for more information. Twisted Crowd for all your crafting needs, from shirts and hoodies all the way to beer koozies. Be sure to go through Twisted Crowd for all your custom needs. Contact them today at 314-229-0038. And thank you to Declue Lawn and Landscape LLC. Visit them for all of your landscape needs, both residential and commercial. Visit their website at decluelawnlandscape.com. Call them directly at 636-448-1026.
Now, I don't know if you're like me. I don't live in a nice big house. I live in a box. And if you're like me, you might be looking for somebody that can help you out with your mortgage. And if you are looking for a great mortgage broker, look no further than Tyler Vargas, the mortgage broker from Nexa Mortgage, and MLS number 265-8585. If you're tired of the mortgage stress, if you're feeling like you're always on the clock, it's time for Vargas Mortgage Broker. Nexa Mortgage, they are your mortgage power play. No penalties, no overtime. Get your winning mortgage strategy today. Vargas Mortgage Broker with Nexa Mortgage. Right now, the Milkmen looking to come back from a 3-0 deficit here. I once heard from a very wise man, Napoleon Dynamite, who said, I see you're drinking 1%. Is that because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You could be drinking whole if you wanted to, and that's exactly what the Milkmen need to be doing here. They need to play as a whole unit.
I couldn't agree more. They could be intaking a lot more fat, and they'd be just fine. Face-off center ice goes the way of the Beaver Shots, like most of this game has. We're about to see a rambling Milkman chip that puck all the way up. They're going to get control of that puck, spin around, and try to find another white jersey. They almost connect to number 6. Back at number 17. Top of the Number 6, right place, right time. He stuck around there for the first opportunity. It passed him by. But man, did he lay the groundwork. He did what all good players do, which is stick, wait, be stubborn, not change his tactic, and say, I'm going to stay here until I get the puck and I get a score.
Every good beer league player starts with one personality trait at their core, and that is being just a stubborn jerk that will not take somebody else's road as their highway.
Yeah. That's classic hockey behavior. You like to see it. Score now stands at Beaver Shots with 3. Milkmen finally making it on the board with 1.
That could be a big goal here. A lot of time left on the clock, obviously, 13:25. You never know, though. You kind of find a rhythm after that first goal. Now you got the momentum. Hopefully you start to keep it running here. And now the Milkmen with another rush.
Ooh, not a bad shot at all, scooped up and around. I think what the Milkmen needed to know is that it was possible. Now they know it's possible. Now they know it's probable. They broke the sound barrier, and the next thing to do is to break the second sound barrier. I don't know much about physics, but I know that that's true.
We'll say Scott Cavan, goalie for the Beaver Shots here. Around St. Louis, it's known if you're playing Scott Cavan, you got your work cut out for you. He is a very, very solid tendy between the pipes there. He knows his stuff. He's well versed in the crease. It's hard to get a puck past him, so good on the Milkmen here for finding a notch on the scoreboard.
It sure is. And another thing about Scott Cavan, he's 1/4 Bigfoot. Yeah, he's big, he's hairy, he's mean, and he can probably disappear in some sort of three-dimensional space if he wants to. Number 31, top of the key here. Dishes it off. Should have just been more aggressive and try to link up with a pass. But it's Beaver Shots pressing down the ice. Skating around, trying to have a go at it. Good defensive play by the Milkmen. And to keep themselves alive, try and whittle down this lead as much and as quickly as they can. A little bit of pushing, a little bit of shoving. Probably some talk of mothers down there on the ice, but the refs put a stop to that real quick. They say, hey guys, it's 10:35 p.m. at night. Can't have you guys throwing hams at each other.
And believe it or not, unless you're one of the blessed souls that get that work from home life post-COVID, we all got work on Monday. We want to try to make it back into the office. Whether you want to or not, you got to make the machine turn. You got to stay safe out here in these beer league tournaments.
Capitalism rests for no man. It certainly doesn't for me. Revs trying to take control of the ice here. They send both players to the sin bin. For short stint, it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next little bit. Nope, it's going to be 5-on-5. I'm going to let them play through it. 4 for the Beaver shots with a nice party shot. And here come the Milkmen. Looking for a delivery, looking for a front step. Oh! Beautiful pass, but it's just barely poked away by the Beaver shots. And now, Milkmen scramble back for defense. Lingering behind, but a wonderful poke check from 6. That's Jerry. Shot lands up right in front of the net. James Jefferson. James Jefferson calmly looking at the puck right in front of him and wondering, I wonder if anyone's going to do anything about that.
What's going to happen with this thing right here?
Not for a while. Risky shot. But pays off in the end. Oh, takes a puck to the face. Glad he has that cage on. He's going to barrel down here. It's a 2v1. Sweet pass connects. Oh! Maybe if you put a little air on that, that would have gone in. That's anybody's guess at this point, which way that goalie was going to go. He went low. He could have gone high.
I'll tell you what, these cages in these beer league tournaments, you can't be more. There's no insurance policy that is more guaranteed than a steel wire wrapped around your skull. I have a wedding myself in just over a month and a half.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. I got to keep these little yellowish pearly whites looking good for the wedding, especially for the missus, my beautiful fiance Morgan. She would, I think, quite literally crucify me if something happened here, and you can't trust somebody in a beer league tournament.
Can't trust them as far as you can throw them, even if they're very small and you can throw them far.
And I'm not very strong myself, so I don't anticipate being able to throw them anywhere. Wow!
Wow, ringer of a shot that bounces all around there. Causing a little bit of stress for all the Milkman fans as the clock winds down to 10:32. A stick's on the ice. It's chipped up. Received by the Milkmen. Backhand pass. It connects. It's a 2v2 with a wide shot that ricochets right off that shinny of the defenseman.
You can always tell.
Faked out.
You can always tell when it doesn't go off the whole brunt of the pad. Gets off that tongue of the skate as a defenseman. Too many shots. You know, sometimes I might not even just want to stand up afterwards, so I just might crumble. I might just fall right to the ice, give myself a little siesta.
Like a house made of sand. Oh, dangerous play! But it's scooped up by Scott, the Bigfoot Caven. This guy knows his stuff. He dove on that like a hungry man on a hungry man.
And he did the only thing you can do after making a desperation save like that. Do your little 10-foot skate just outside the crease. Let people know, I'm a goalie, I'm still here, I'm important.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? We just want to feel important and validated and seen and heard in our short little lives that we live. And speaking of short little lives, 96 for the Milkmen, picks up the puck, sends it right up. It's immediately scooped up, hit over. Ooh. It's a strong line for the Milkmen here. They've got the bodies. They can dipsy doodle past one defender. That defense is just too strong.
That's where they get you a lot of the times. You dipsy doodle around one man. You forget there are 4 other guys trying to stop the puck. Wow!
31 for the Milkmen. Good cheeky pass. 1v2. Poke checked out. One man goes down. Pops right back up like a groundhog that's not afraid of a shadow. A little bit of wrapped up here. Game becoming a little bit more physical as the night barrels on. It's going to come outside of the defensive zone of the Beaver shots. They're going to slowly pick up that puck, reminding themselves, we've got time to kill. Got a lot of space. And we're in the lead, so we could take our time. The Milkmen, however, need to be pressing, aggressive, hungry for another shot on goal.
Have you ever pressed milk before?
Oh, I've pressed milk many a time. That's how you get it. You got to press those cows into a fine red mist, then boil them until you get the milk. At least I think that's. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'll show you a video once we're done here with the stream.
I don't believe in the internet, Drew. Don't believe in the internet. Told you before, I think it's witchcraft, and it scares me a little bit. Beautiful opportunity here behind the back. 18, just a day late, the dollar short there.
Would have been another case of witchcraft there if they could have found the back of the net. My goodness.
Oh, takes out another player. Ref is going to let it all play out. Both teams here hungry for a final solution to this game.
Yeah, some of these refs in these final later games. Oh, wow!
Whoa! Backhand, forehand, the classic two-time from 30 from the Beaver shots. That guy had it all together. Jack Gathard. He was hungry, a hungry hippo, looking for a little ball that he could add to his collection there. And he found it. One backhand, bounced off the faceplate of the goalie, came back down. He was right place, right time, and that defender just couldn't quite get there in time before he had an opportunity for a forehand shot right into the back of the net.
It's like finding a penny face up. You're not sure if you really want to pick it up, because in this day and age, what's a penny going to do for me? But am I going to let my brain think this is going to be the changing factor in my life here? And guess what? 30 found that changing factor right here. A 4-1 lead now for the Beaver shots.
Milkmen barreling down the ice, connecting. Just too slow. Beaver shots rushing back for that defensive play. Beautiful play it was. 6-on-6 here in the corner pocket. I think the Beaver shots have 2 number 6s, which is interesting. Must be confusing. Oh! Beaver shots may get another one here. Chip up. The Beaver shots are everywhere all at once. It looks like they have shaken off that first goal, and they are now playing their game of hockey again, making crisp passes, smart decisions, and rushing and hustling back on defense.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it's similar to my cell phone service when I got a new debit card and forgot to change over my auto pay settings, cutting off every opportunity for you to have somewhat of a productive service here for the Milkmen. They are just suffocated in the zone by the Beaver shots. Fantastic defensive play.
Here they come. They've got numbers. It looks like a 4-on-2. Will they take their time and make a smart decision? Or will they throw the puck towards the net and hope for the best? Ooh, good connect. This is what I'm talking about. Oh! Beautiful shot for the unnamed ghost player of the Milkmen. What a tall glass of milk he is. Fantastic shot. Had they pulled the goalie? They did pull the goalie. That's
just playing really deep in the corner. My goodness.
They're playing with fire here. The goalie is back.
Oh, wow, a tumble there. Number 29 on the Beaver shots. That's Griffin going down. Taking a bit of a hard tumble there.
We hope that he's feeling all right. Gets up a little slow. Still on one knee, but he rises to the occasion and skates over, ready to play. He's probably going to take a little break after that. No, he skates off to the center of that face-off and says, I'm ready to rock and roll.
The perseverance of a beer league hockey player, similar to a rhinoceros in the Sahara. I mean, just a tank of a specimen.
And bad vision. And probably just as smelly. Got a breakaway here for the no-name Milkman. He takes a shot just left of the goalie. Well, he didn't have to move too much to defend that one. And here comes 61. 3 Beaver shots here. Good poke check, good interference. Staying positive here. We're going to go to the corner. Number 6 for the Milkmen, putting in work both ends of the ice. Backhand shot. Wow, finesse stop. Goes right to the chest plate, the sternum of Mr. Scott Cavan, 1/4 Bigfoot. He's ready to accept. It's going to be a face-off. defensive end of the Beaver Shots.
You know, one thing I can really appreciate about the Milkmen's threads that they're sporting this weekend, some of them sporting a very plain eggshell white hue, some of them wearing the more traditional jerseys for their club, a little bit more of a yellowish beige, which I think pays a little homage to the raw state of milk that you might get coming out of a cow's teat here.
Very true. Very true. I couldn't have put it better myself. Milk does look different sometimes.
It does.
Beaver Shots having none of this side of the ice. Clear the puck. It's all the way to number 61, Baldwin. Beaver Shots, they're going to take their time, use a little offensive pressure and speed, maybe a little bit better cardio and stamina. 61's going to drive all the way around, have a go. Quickly stopped by James Jefferson.
Now as this clock winds down here, 5:03 left here in the third. In these tournaments, in these beer league settings, when you're trailing, especially with the Milkmen, you look at their bench, only 4 guys sitting on that pine right now. Most of them used to riding that pine. But now everybody's got to be an integral piece to this puzzle. You got to find a way to be a productive solution to this madness.
Yeah, you got to stay fresh, and with a bench that shallow, you've got to wonder if that's weighing on the Milkmen right now. I mean, the Beaver Shots, their bench goes deep. Obviously, it looks like they even have a guy in a white T-shirt who's a bit of a coach or a mentor, maybe a guru, if you will, to help them out. Whereas the Milkmen, they're just left with their full ice-cold jugs of gallon of milk.
There's a tale as old as time there, believe it or not, since the game's inception. The offsides rule never changed, but somehow players still can't comprehend the concept.
It's a hard concept to comprehend, and I'm not good at comprehending concepts. Some people don't understand it. Others refuse to understand it. 16 whiffs. They're going to try to take advantage of a little bit of contact to drop stick. Beavers are going to swipe up that puck, send it directly up the ice. Cox is going to get there just in time. You can definitely tell that these players have had a rough go today. They're moving much slower than they would have earlier in the day. This tournament is definitely weighing physically on these clearly aging players.
Yeah, no question. You know, all teams guaranteed 4. Wow, what a play!
Oh! Number 6 keeping the play alive. And again, 2-time. And again, 3-time. And again, maybe a 4-time. A little chip. Oh, just not quite there. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. We are down to the wire.
Real flurry of offense there from the Milkmen. As we were talking about, each team, wow, a little noggin block there from the Milkmen.
Shot, 96 should keep it in the their side of the blue line. And we'll see here. Beavers looking cool, calm, collected, scrambling when they need to, and playing very good defense. 6, top of the key, just, ooh. Bit of a back check there. Looks like refs might let it play. We're going to have a bit of a line change. Set that goalpost back on its moorings. We're going to pause that clock, let that all play out.
I've actually seen this move a couple of times in my day of beer league hockey. Player there for the Milkmen trying to pull off the old switcheroo, trying to show the ref, I might be a puck myself. If I make myself into somewhat of a 3-inch biscuit form, throw myself into the net, we might be able to come away with a goal here. Bold strategy, but not paying off here just yet for the Milkmen.
Not paying off just yet. These refs may be blind, but they hear so well they can practically smell you, and they know the difference between a beer league player and a puck, just by smell. Timeout called. Looks like the Milkmen have. I believe they're having a heart of hearts conversation here. I believe the discussion is, hey, fellas, what type of milk are we going to drink after this game? I like chocolate, but most of the team is actually a strawberry, fellas.
A hidden gem of the lactose world, the strawberry milk. I mean, when you're talking about the literal cream of the cream, it might fall to the strawberry crown.
Best of the fruits, debatably best of the liquids. You put those two together, magic. Pure, unadulterated magic. Both teams skate down for the face-off. The Beaver Shots side of the ice. Looks like a 2-minute penalty is in order. Beaver Shots have taken that penalty, and there's going to be a power play. 2 minutes, a full 2/3 of the time left on the clock is going to happen now. Guy Schaefer, that card is full.
Probably has been for 2 hours.
Probably has been. I hit record, but I haven't had a chance to look at it. Beaver Shots just trying to waste as much time as possible. Milkmen trying to take advantage. Another stoppage in play. Going to be another face-off at the Beaver Shots end of the ice.
That's Chris Taylor right now for the Beaver Shots taking that 2-minute minor. First penalty of the entire tournament, believe it or not, was on Santa's good list just until about 45 seconds ago. Now on the naughty list for the rest of 2025. Going to have some making up to do.
Hate to see that, but with the price of gold being what it is, might not be a bad economical decision.
Great investment here.
Here come the Beaver Shots, barreling down the ice, hoping to make something happen. You've got to think that with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, Milkmen might try and pull their goalie. A risky maneuver. As we've discussed earlier, you got to spend money to make money.
Oh, wow, a bold strategy here from the Milkmen. Wow.
Not exactly the time that I would pull the goalie, but looks like it's going to pay off for him. Here we go.
I think John
6.
Jefferson just might have been jealous of the other 4 guys riding the pine right now. Said, hey, that seat looks a little comfy.
Shot and a miss. Ratcheted up the ice. They're going to have to give chase. I don't know if they have the wheels on it. 31's going to have to come in and play some defense. 96 trying to get there. Dipsy's doodles, spanks it out.
Wow.
Here's 86. Gets it out, and it is going to be Milkmen. Milkmen all the way. They've got numbers now, a 4v2 developing with 1 minute 30 seconds left to go. Let's see what the Milkmen can do.
We have a delayed penalty here as well. Looks like on the Beaver Shots. This could be huge.
Ref is upset. He says, you're not allowed to do that.
Ooh, we have a high stick, and it looks like a game misconduct there. That's number 29. That's Griffin of the Mike variety. I think he's going to be done for the night. You know, not only are the players tired after a genuine 24 games of hockey played between these 2 rinks today, I can guarantee you these referees probably more tired than the players are.
I would say so. I mean, tempers flare whenever it's hot or cold. And you're tired yourself. I mean, it's a human thing. Nobody's a robot.
No.
Except for maybe a couple people who might be robots.
And
but I'll keep those opinions to myself.
I'll never tell.
This team is going to circle up. They're going to get this all sorted out. They're going to try and play out this last minute, 21 seconds. That's going to be it for that player number 29 with the Beaver Shots, Mr. Mike Griffin. Lots of shouting, lots of discussion. For the first time in the game, Beaver Shots look a little worried.
Ooh.
They look a little scared.
Yeah, this is always a tough look. And a lot of players, they come to the bench with so many personal belongings. You never expect to get that match.
And that's one big flask, I've got to say.
You'd think maybe he's trying to taunt with maybe some milk in the flask.
Maybe a little Bailey's. You can see these guys drinking Bailey's. Shot out, put back, ripe opportunity, and they send it home. That's going to bring an end to both of those penalties, and that is going to put the Milkmen in a ripe position with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go. The clock. That power play comes to an end. Beaver Shots get a little bit more powerful as they get one player back on the ice. The Milkmen have got to be wondering, it worked when we pulled the goalie before. Do we do it again? Steep hill to climb still. 2 goals to tie. 3 for the win in concurrent time. Unless they're expecting to go to overtime. Let's see how they use this momentum. 6, Dipsy, doodling, poke checked, handed off, slapped by, hit by his own player.
Wow.
Picks it back up, sends it in. Good place.
Oh!
Just whiffs it. Time is of the essence now. Beaver Shots kick it up, and it's all 61, a 1v1. Empty net goal. They're going to let that clock run down. We all know what that means. 36 seconds left. It's 5-2. That mountain just became a series of mountains, the lengths of which no mortal man could travel in a single lifetime, as 3 goals seems insurmountable.
And just like one of my favorite Nickelodeon movies growing up, Clockstoppers, the clock just flowing here. It's just going, looking at time winding down. A stark reminder of our mortal time here on planet Earth.
Nobody lives forever. And that's going to bring an end to this game. Drew, an absolute pleasure to call it with you. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. Thanks to everyone for tuning in and watching the live stream tonight. And we will see you guys bright and early, 7 o'clock a.m. sharp here tomorrow morning in St. Louis for the continuation of championship games of this hot as hell tournament. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to broadcast with you.
So much fun.
We'll see you tomorrow, folks.
Bye.